I know that we have spent so many great years. We got to spend a lot of great time with Wyatt. We talked about this, that we spent, he spent here over half his life here at Acton Elementary with us. And we have great memories of when he was in pre-K. And I remember going out and trying to pry him off Michael's leg out there on the porch at pre-K when he came in, to going through and Miss Sanchez out here, Miss Sanchez. It's in Miss Sanchez's kindergarten class, and then it's Miss Francis, was it Miss Francis and Richka? Miss Summerfeld. They may be on their way out. They were coming. Yeah, Miss Whittet, I think, for third grade, and then Miss Olsheg in fourth grade. And so I know that all of the memories that they have and they've shared with you guys, we've gotten to share a lot of memories. The one thing I'll say about Wyatt and there's lots of things I can say about Wyatt, but the one thing that sticks out in my mind is you know, that day when you guys called us and we came and we sat with Miss Olsheg's class. And I shared this with you guys at a service, and we sat with Miss Olshig's class, and we went around and sharing things about Wyatt and sharing memories about Wyatt. And the first thing that came to your mind about Wyatt, and do you know the things that were said about Wyatt that day? He was my first friend. He was the guy that came up to me and said hello when I was by myself on the playground. He was the kid that taught me all about the video games. Wyatt was funny. He told jokes. What else was said about him? All of the great things that encompass being an incredible friend. And for Wyatt, I know a lot of us, we've kept that in our hearts. And every day this year, we live out his legacy, and his legacy lives through you. All that he was, all that he is, and all that he will continue to be with us lives on through you. You carry that kindness. You carry that compassion. You carry that first one to go up to someone when they're by themselves and you welcome them. That first friend when someone in middle school sits at that table and they don't know anyone in the room. You feel Wyatt's spirit come and you do what he would have done. And that's to go over and welcome that student there. Crack a joke, right? Maybe find something in common with those video games he loves so much. Or maybe that YouTube channel, right? Yeah? I see a lot of heads shaking. I know it. I know. And I'll tell you that this year they've created a book. Doesn't that look like, isn't that the best one? They created a book this year. And the memories that they have written in here are still very fresh, are still very much a part of who they are. A year later, and Wyatt lives on, and he will always live on. And the bench that you're sitting on, green, we chose green. Green is Wyatt's favorite color, and so the bench that you're sitting on was donated by our Acton Elementary PTO, and it was put right here on, and you can see behind it says buddy bench. And the buddy bench, the purpose of a buddy bench is if someone needs a friend to play with, they come over and they sit on the bench, and then our boys and girls can look around, and if there's someone sitting on the bench, they know to come up and say, hey, do you want to play? Hey, do you want to be a friend? So when we were thinking, how will we honor Wyatt, it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. The buddy bench is perfect. It's because it encompasses who he is. And there's going to be a plaque put right here. We've got a plaque And it's going to say, in honor of Wyatt Norman, right on the back of this bench. So, Mr. and Miss Norman, if you ever feel that you need to just come and you sit, this is his place, under this great tree, right here. There's not another thing like it on this playground. So it will forever and always, for always, be Wyatt's place right here. And so today, 5th grade, we thought we are very, very, although there's so much sadness that fills our hearts still, and there's so many memories that we do have, think of those happy times and think of who Wyatt is. Think of what he stood for, and always keep that in your heart. Always keep that in your heart. And by doing so, you will honor him. You will honor Mr. and Miss Norman and his legacy, and it'll always and forever live on. So today, we officially dedicate our buddy bench to our sweet friend, Wyatt Shane Norman.
Yay!
So these are for you. This is a sweet book.